Yes, hello. Thanks so much for the kind invitation. I'm honored to be part of this excellent event. So I will focus my remarks on some of the key takeaways from a long-run project that I had conducted with Carmen Reinhardt of Harvard University, currently at the World Bank, on the history of Greek debt and default over the past 200 years. And I'd like to focus on two key points. The first key point is just how striking the parallels of the four major default waves that Greece went through have been. We had four major defaults in the 1820s, so in the beginning of the 19th century, which started basically prior to independence. We had the crisis of the 1890s, we had the crisis of the interwar years, and we had the last crisis of the early 2010s. In each of these crises, we had each crisis was preceded by a borrowing boom from finance from foreign private creditors. These creditors could not be repaid at some point. There was a debt overhang situation, followed by a default and bailout money coming in. In the early 19th century, it were the imperial powers that started to guarantee loans. In the interwar years, it was the League of Nations, and of course, in the last crisis was the Troika. This bailout money came, of course, with strings attached in each case, with fiscal austerity, political interference from abroad, and a long period of, fiscal retrenchment. And it is one of the striking facts is just how long the shadow of these official bailouts have been in some cases. So let me give you one example. The loan of 1833 was initially financed by private creditors. As when Greeks could not repay this loan, it was guaranteed by the Troika of the day, the Great Britain, Russia, and France. And after multiple restructurings, reschedulings, and a long period of fiscal austerity, these loans were still out on the balance sheet of the Greek state 100 years later. So this is these official assistance, these official bailouts have a very long shadow. And if history is any lesson, this is a warning for the current situation, whether the large official debts that Greece still owes will have a similarly long shadow. Okay, this is the first point I'd like to make. The second point I'd like to make is the crucial role of domestic versus external debt. So to understand the predicament of Greece's political, economic, and financial situations, it's crucial to understand that Greece has been relying on foreign financing for a very long time. The last crisis is just one of the four examples. I explained that the borrowing boom in each case was financed from abroad, and this was also true for the 2000s. Greece was one of the Eurozone countries with the highest share of foreign holders of its debt. More than 70% of the debt of the Greek government bonds were held abroad. So the crisis of 2011 and 12 was clearly a public debt crisis, but it was also to a very large extent a external debt crisis. In fact, the external dependence of Greece and of many other countries that, in Latin America, Carmen had written on being addicted to dollars, right? Addicted to foreign savings. This external dependence comes with unpleasant side effects, and those include, of course, sudden stops. And the Eurozone crisis, to a large degree, was such a sudden stop event, specifically if we look at the GIPS countries. And it comes with this with the political strings attached. It comes with nasty creditor conflicts, conflicts with foreign creditors. So looking ahead, one lesson from the paper we have written is that there might be lessons learned from other countries that have graduated from this heavy foreign external dependence when it comes to financing, and to broaden the domestic sources of finance. That's of course not a panacea, but it is certainly one ingredient in how Greece could break the spell of repeated borrowing booms and followed by defaults. Uh, this focus on domestic lending, on domestic sources of financing, seems like a very important theme when thinking about the bigger picture on the history of Greek debt. And with that, I end. Thanks.